The quotient of two functions, f and g, is defined as f divided by g of x is equal to f of x divided by g of x. Now, when we are dividing functions, we need to pay close attention to both the exponents and the denominator. For the exponents, to divide two terms, subtract the exponent in the denominator from the exponent in the numerator. So we divide our coefficients the way we normally divide numbers. Negative 20 divided by 4 is equal to negative 5. For the variables, we have x to the third divided by x to a power of 1. So the quotient is x to the 3 minus 1, which would be 2. So divide numbers the way you normally would. For variables, you subtract the exponent in the denominator from the exponent in the numerator. Now, another thing to keep in mind when we are dealing with dividing functions, if the denominator has two or more terms, then do not divide the term or terms in the numerator by the terms in the denominator by subtracting the exponents. That only applies when you have a singular term in the denominator. So for an example like this one, negative 20x squared plus 17 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 1. Since we are not dividing each term by all the terms in the denominator, the way we would if we had a singular term in the denominator, we are going to leave this expression as is. Okay, so in this chapter, you're only going to simplify the expression further if there is a singular term in the denominator. So let's walk through an example together. Given f of x is equal to 2x minus 1, and g of x is equal to negative x squared plus x. Question number 1, what is f divided by g of x equal to? And question number 2, what is f divided by g of negative 5 equal to? So we'll take a look at how to divide functions using expressions, and then we'll take a look at how to divide functions using a number. So beginning with f divided by g of x, step 1, write the f function in the numerator. Since f divided by g of x is equal to the f function divided by the g function, we want to write the f function in the numerator. And then step 2, write the g function in the denominator. And since we have two terms in the denominator, we'll stop here. So we see f divided by g of x is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by negative x squared plus x. So when dividing functions, the first function listed will be our numerator. The second function will be our denominator. So let's take a look at how to divide functions using numbers. Step 1, write the f function in the numerator. And step 2, write the g function in the denominator. So again, we wind up with 2x minus 1 divided by negative x squared plus x. But now we're going to replace x with negative 5. So we'll replace this x with negative 5, this x with negative 5, and this x with negative 5. And now we can evaluate the expression to find our answer, giving us 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10 minus 1 in the numerator. Negative 5 squared is 25, so we get negative 25 minus 5 in the denominator. Negative 10 minus 1 is negative 11, divided by negative 25 minus 5, which is negative 30. The negatives cancel each other out, leaving us with 11 over 30 as our answer. So we see f divided by g of negative 5 is equal to 11/30. So that is how you go about dividing functions using both expressions and numbers. Let's now have you try a few practice questions. Given f of x is equal to negative 3x plus 2, g of x is equal to x squared minus x, and h of x is equal to 4x. Question number 1, what is f divided by g of x equal to? Question number 2, what is f divided by h of x equal to? Question number 3, what is f divided by g of 6 equal to? And question number 4, what is g divided by h of negative 2 equal to? Pause the video, answer these questions, and then press play when you are ready to begin. Question number 1. Step 1, write the f function in the numerator. And step 2, write the g function in the denominator. So our f function is negative 3x plus 2. And our g function is x squared minus x. And since we have two terms in the denominator, we'll stop here. So f divided by g of x is equal to negative 3x plus 2 divided by x squared minus x. So that is the answer to question number 1. Let's now have a look at question number 2. What is f divided by h of x equal to? So step 1, write the f function in the numerator. And step 2, write the h function in the denominator. And now step 3, we can divide each term in the numerator by the term in the denominator, giving us negative 3x divided by 4x. The x's cancel each other out, giving us negative 3 over 4. And then we have plus 2 over 4x. 2 over 4 simplifies to 1 over 2x. So we get f divided by h of x is equal to negative 3/4 plus 1 over 2x. And that is the answer to question number 2. Let's now have a look at question number 3. We're asked to find f divided by g of 6. So that would be equal to f of 6 divided by g of 6. So step 1, write the f function in the numerator. And step 2, write the g function in the denominator, giving us negative 3x plus 2 divided by x squared minus x. And now step 3, replace each x with 6. So when we do so, we get negative 3 times 6 plus 2 divided by 6 squared minus 6. And now we can evaluate the expression, which would be negative 3 times 6, which is negative 18 plus 2, over 6 squared, which is 36, minus 6. Negative 18 plus 2 is negative 16, over 36 minus 6, which is 30. So we get negative 16 over 30, which can be simplified to negative 8 over 15. So the answer to question number 3 is f divided by g of 6 is equal to negative 8/15. And that is the answer to question number 3. Let's now have a look at question number 4. We're asked to find g divided by h of negative 2. And this would be equal to g of negative 2 divided by h of negative 2. So step 1, write the g function in the numerator. And then step 2, write the h function in the denominator. So that would give us x squared minus x divided by 4x. And now step 3, replace each x with negative 2. So that would give us negative 2 squared minus negative 2 over 4 times negative 2. And now we can evaluate the expression, giving us negative 2 squared, which is 4, minus negative 2 is plus 2, divided by 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So we get 6 over negative 8, which is equivalent to negative 3/4, or negative 0.75. So the answer to question number 4 is g divided by h of negative 2 is equal to negative 0.75.